আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night.
Hello, we're back in, listen, if you had smelly vision, you could smell how hot it is in this studio. We're back here on the ILFL Soccer Night show. Still got my guests in the studio with us, and like I said, we've had no footage. We only had 3 games last week. We've got Vetsley's going on tonight, so what are we going to talk about now? I know we're going to talk about our awards ceremony that's coming up on Thursday, the 10th of September now. I know many of you may not have had an official notification of that yet, but let me tell you right here first and live on the ILFL Soccer Night show that it will be taking place on Thursday, the 10th of September. We'll have more details for you next week, but you can now start putting it in your diaries and making sure that you're available. You, your team, and your guests can come along and enjoy the night for us. I cannot guarantee it will be me up there hosting the show, but you never know. Let me get a final word from all our guests on some random subjects regarding the football. Vincent, you've got more winter football to come. You're going to be taking part in the ILFL again this winter season?
Every Sunday, morning, afternoon.
Excellent, that's what we like to hear.
Yes.
And so you'll be seeing more of Vincent, especially you, London Tigers. You'll be seeing a lot of him as well in the season. Where's it going for you guys now?
Well, we've joined for the Winter League as well. We've kind of, for us, it's been a very good experience for the Summer League because what happens, a lot of teams play in a league and then you play 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a league.
Yeah.
Unless that league has a reasonable turnaround of new clubs,
evolving, yeah.
It becomes a little bit stale because then, even when I used to regularly referee, you know everyone by name. I used to have some players calling me by name during games. It's like I'm referee today, you know. So I think coming here not knowing, I knew about some of the clubs here because I followed some of them for some years. But we kind of came into it knowing it's going to be a big, big challenge for us. And I think that's going to be the same with the Winter League because what a lot of people don't realise, some of this Summer League teams have players that won't be in the Winter League or vice versa. And it's the same with us. We've had a few players that have took a break through the summer. There's a couple of players that don't normally play for us that we've had to import to make our squad up as well. So it's going to be we are looking forward to the challenge in the Winter League as well. And I think we do reasonably well. I'm pretty confident now that we'll, Robin Hood Tigers won't want to hear this, but I think we'll score enough goals to beat them on goal difference. So I think we'll take our first scalp. We've never finished outside the top 2, have we? No. So we're used to picking up trophies, and it sounds a bit arrogant, but I think we're going to pick up.
What's the goal difference
look like there?
It's
2 goals. 2 goals.
It's a goal difference of 2. I mean, it's not being arrogant. I mean, I have to say, Robin Hood Tigers arguably are in the same position as you because in that Premier Division, you can see out of the 8 teams there, apart from yourselves, all the other teams are known to the ILFL. There are 3 divisions covered there. And the team that's sitting top are the 2nd Division champions.
I know.
The Premier Division champions are sitting in 4th place.
No, not champions. They finished runners-up, Robin Hood
They
Tigers.
finished runners-up?
Yeah.
Beg your pardon, yeah. They were runners-up in the 2nd Division.
They lost on goal difference, didn't they?
And the Premier Division champions are sitting in 4th place. Now, like you said, some players are mixed and matched, and it's probably not quite the teams that are there.
No,
but,
it's not.
But to be fair, this is what we're looking at. And so you guys come into the Winter League. It's interesting to see what happens. Having said that, yeah, it's funny what you say there when we look at the table. Can you show the table? Show everybody on the table on the screens again, just so they can see what we're talking about here. You said Robin Hood Tigers were runners-up. They were runners-up with a team that's 7th in that division.
I know. That's incredible.
It's amazing. And Beaumont Youth, I think, beat London Tigers twice. They played them 3 times and beat them twice.
I know, it's incredible.
In a cup.
That is Robin Hood Tigers' last game. And I know that although they're a couple of games behind Beaumont Youth, they won't roll over in that game because I know there's a big rivalry between the 2 clubs. So Beaumont Youth will want to perform on the day and they want to take something from the game. They're not going to roll over.
It's like everything. Everybody is going to want to, and I think you'll find that with the teams here, it doesn't matter where they are, everybody likes to be a spoiler.
It's personal pride as well.
So St. Catherine's are going to want to come and spoil it for you.
Absolutely.
Beaumont are going to want to come and spoil it for Robin Hood as well, and then Tigers SCTA. I mean, I don't know, it's all long shots, but Tigers with 2 games to go, if they win...
3 games.
3 games, yeah. I mean, if they win on, you know, they're arguably still,
points,
you know, they're still catching up. If they win all of their remaining games, something could still happen. It's all down to you guys. If Tigers get a point, Robin Hood Tigers
they
get a
win,
point.
but if they have to win, and those teams, Lotus,
Well, yeah, things have to exactly.
They've got to beat. We've got to win by more goals than what we win.
But still, but things,
Yeah,
things are all
yeah.
hypothetical. And like I said,
No, football we
until
never
we
know.
come to Sunday, 5 o'clock, and there's 3 points on the board.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Who would have
football-
expected Weavers to beat Robin Hood Tigers?
That's
you
what
never
I'm
know what
saying,
can happen
yeah.
in football.
You never, and this I say
That's the beauty of
everywhere.
it.
That's why we love
That's
the
why we
game.
love it, don't you?
That's
Wait, can
why-
I say something?
Of course.
I'm just thinking about the 10th of September. Is the 10th of September?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Will I be with the players? All of the players I booked, yellow card, red card.
Absolutely.
Ah, okay.
all of them will be there, ready to shake your hand,
Yeah, wait to shake my hand.
pat you on the back.
Okay, yeah.
They will
Could be
all
your
be there
neck.
Yes?
to see. Yeah, for all of us.
Did I book you? Did I?
No.
give you yellow card? No, never.
We're friends.
You're a friend.
So
It's okay.
yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a table. All of the referees will be there.
Ah, okay.
So
I will-
that's why we give them a table which is right on the other side
Okay.
of the room. to
We'll have
separate
security.
them.
It's
And a
alright.
screen and all. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll all enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because whenever we argue during the game, they disagree, obviously they disagree. Ref, it wasn't a foul, nah. And then they shake hands. Ref, it's finished, the game is finished. Now
Absolutely.
we shake
Listen,
hands.
I think
This is what I
because-
like
yeah,
here.
I think
Especially
this
in
is
that
what it
league.
is,
In
yeah.
that league, they shake hands, every game they shake hands.
I
to
think
a ref.
in the main, you see now, particularly in the better leagues now, when it's 90 minutes, it's intense.
Yes.
And a player will say something,
know.
he might do something in that 90 minutes that he would never do at any other time.
Yeah.
But once the 90 minutes are up, he will come, he will shake
Absolutely,
your hand,
yeah.
and that's, to me,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And
I have
especially in
no
that league, they
problem
do
with
that,
that.
yeah.
I have no problem. I've had players say some things to me, and I think, ooh, you know what? But then after 90 minutes, he will come, he will apologise, shake my hand, fine, it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's how football should be. I
One
don't
of-
mind it when it's like
I don't
that.
remember which team was it, but the player pushed me. He pushed me, and then at the end of the game, we shake hands, and he gave me apologies,
Yeah.
and that's it. I had to send a report, obviously,
Yeah.
but it wasn't nasty. It was, it was.
It's just
Frustration, yeah.
frustration. And that's
And-
how much football means
Yes.
to everybody
Yeah.
in this country. And that's why, like I said, that's why we love it, because whether you're
Yeah,
playing
of
in the
course.
park, grassroots, jumpers for goalposts, right up to every stadium, it's passion. It's the
Yeah.
whole thing about winning. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though, Vincent, because now
But
you
in
are
France, we
testament.
don't do that. In France, if you book a player a red card, you don't go to drink a beer with the player after. In England, I've seen that. I
Yeah.
booked a player, and then
Ah.
we come and offer me a beer.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to pay 10 pounds or 15 pounds, and he pays me a beer.
Whereas in France, you're looking for
No, in
a
France they
sneaky
are-
way out. then.
Oh yes, yeah, rancorous. How to call that? Rancorous.
Oh,
Yeah, when you, we're not going to talk about grammar, but when someone does something wrong, and forever you don't want to see him.
Mhm.
No?
Right, yeah.
This is what happened in France after a game. The referee, if he booked you, if he sent you off, players don't want to talk to the ref. That's it, finished. Not in
I
England.
think David hit the nail on the head. Over here, there is a lot of passion, but once that whistle, I mean, there's
they are
sometimes
passionate
I've
here.
watched games and I think, "Oh, referee's had a bad game today, or my team's had a bad game, or I've said something even on the line,
Yes.
and I'm embarrassed. And sometimes I've gone to a referee after the game and I said, look, you know, I was sorry, I shouldn't have shouted that out, or whatever. There's a little bit of frustration, but once the final whistle goes, you'll find no matter what banter goes on during the game, people will then go up and shake hands and go, tough game today. Like,
Mr.
and the respect
I
is
say
there.
that to the players. We are not good. Mistake happen.
Absolutely,
And,
human beings.
and
Yeah.
all the players, whenever they score, they shoot on goal. They don't score at every time. They don't score every goal.
No.
They miss sometimes.
Vincent,
Absolutely.
we say it all the
So-
time. There is not one referee alive in the land who can say he's
Exactly.
had a 100% perfect.
No.
Yeah.
It never
Even the
happens.
top one.
Yeah. That, you
You
know,
Kevin Friend,
we all do it. Doesn't matter what level you're at. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter how
exactly.
good you think you are. Sometimes you can get and you can still have the worst game in the world.
Yes.
You don't wake up deliberately to make a mistake.
Exactly.
Sometimes it just happens that way, and even you are thinking in your head, what is happening to me today? You do.
Absolutely.
It does happen. But credit to the players, credit to the teams in this league, credit to you guys for sticking it out, and credit for turning up week in, week out, and being a part of the ILFL Summer League, because whether you come from France, whether you're from this country, we couldn't do it without the referees. So thanks for taking part. I'm going to give you the last word, seeing as this is, I don't know, we might even see you on here, you're a pretty laid back kind of chap. Doesn't give a lot away, does he? Doesn't give a lot away. I'm trying to get it out of him, but
He's fairly quiet for an Arsenal supporter.
Well, do you know what? You've answered something for me there, because I was just going to try and find out, who his national side was, who he supported, and okay, so now
Can you not smell?
You're an Arsenal supporter, so I don't want to talk too much about the Premier Division, because it's not that type of show. There's another show for that. But do you model yourself on anyone?
No, not really. There's plenty of players that obviously I admire and things like that, but no, I don't necessarily model myself on anyone.
So who do you watch and think, I like the way they play? And
The Spanish boys, Xavi, Iniesta, Fabregas, Alonso.
I think we all do.
Those sort of players, they're unbelievable, aren't they?
You can't help that.
But I think we all do. And I think in the same way that you look and you think, to have them in our team or play against them, it's the same for a referee. To be a ref and be refereeing these players is where you just kind of think, because for me, I think refereeing, you've got the best seat in the house, right in the middle of the pitch. But it's been great. Jim, final word from you. If you don't get it, this division, who is? Absolutely.
If Lotus fail to get it, I'll be surprised. But if we don't, then it will go to my good friends at Robin Hood Tigers. And to be honest with you, if we don't score enough goals or win the 2 games to win it, Robin Hood Tigers will deserve it. Because one thing I'll say about them, against London Tigers on Sunday, they showed the maturity that kind of shocked me, because there's a lot of young players there.
Absolutely.
And they were under a lot of pressure in the first half, but they created the chances, they stuck together, and they played with the maturity that was above their age and their experience as well. Let's not forget where they was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So to see, if you saw the way they played on Sunday, the passion, the desire, they showed a lot more maturity than you would imagine at that age. So yeah, if we don't get it, I would say Robin Hood would get it, and deservedly so.
I think when you hear us talking about that, Vincent, just to say, maybe even to yourself as well, Robin Hood Tigers 2 seasons ago finished bottom of the 2nd division. I think they only got 1 point.
Yeah.
They conceded something like 106 goals.
Yeah.
This is what we're saying about football. They went away, they've done some. They've come back, and well done to them. Listen, guys, we've come to the end of it. Thanks for making it an entertaining show and giving us lots to talk about with the football. That is it on the ILFL Soccer Night Show. Normal service has resumed and will resume next week. I'll have the regular pundits. Rashid and Nanu should be here next week. I'll still be here. You'll be here watching from the comfort of your armchairs, watching us on the ILFL Soccer Night Show on a Monday night. So until then, for everybody here, from all the team behind the screen, it's good night.